Today's show is sponsored by Squarespace, the #1 online website platform to help you turn that side hustle into a reality. Today I'm going to show off the best swatch you can buy in 2025. And spoiler alert, it's not a moon swatch. Let's get into it. Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. And today, well, I never thought I'd do this. Yeah, I've got myself a swatch. And this is a huge thank you to my mother-in-law, because she bought it for me as a birthday present. She must have had some insider knowledge from the wife. However, I'm pretty sure the mother-in-law watches my shows more than you do, because only 36% of subscribers actually watch every show. So click the notification bell down there and you'll never miss a beat or tip. Anyway, it's not often in 2025 you can find yourself a watch icon for under £100. Now, for those of you that don't know, the company Swatch was a direct counterattack at the quartz crisis back in the late 70s. The Japanese were bringing out watch after watch that was powered by a battery that could tell the time more accurately than a mechanical watch at a smidgen of the price of a Swiss watch. Anyway, Swatch was founded in 1983 and the whole brand was marketed towards having a second watch. You know, buy a nice Swiss luxury watch, but have a fun, throwaway, affordable quartz watch to go with it. Swatch were very daring in their colours and their designs. I actually think they were probably one of the first brands to collab with artists and other companies, and they were very heavy in popular culture and may just have been one of the companies that saved the Swiss watch industry, because without that little bit of quartz swatch money, some of the big brands may have gone kaputski. Now, today's watch costs around £72 and it is a reissue of a watch that came out back in 1983. And the design is very etched in my brain because I distinctly remember my mum buying one. In fact, she had a lot of Swatch watches. I know a lot of you out there are feeling Swatch fatigue. Still, reviewers after reviewers are still banging on about these horrible moon swatches. Well, I'm here to tell you there are other swatches to buy that are more iconic to Swatch than a Swatch Omega copy. Are you Swatch ready? Let's go! And ladies and gentlemen, here is the clearly Gent. And even though a lot of you guys out there may not own one, you have definitely seen this design before. And I'm a little bit annoyed I haven't had one sooner. It's so fun looking at it straight away. So simple, but yet so complicated at the same time. Seeing the crown stem actually go into the inner workings of the module is what's quite unique to anything I own. Also seeing the battery from the front side as well. I really do love that silver track going along the outside of this watch. Really reminds me of a Boulevard Accutron. And even though we have a very simple rudimentary quartz movement, it looks awesome, doesn't it? And already having it in my hands, I don't know if you can hear it. The ticking is so loud. It reminds me of the Timex Expedition. Wow. First impressions though, sweet. Now, before we go any further, I have to talk about today's sponsor, who are Squarespace. Now, in 2025, if you don't have a professional looking website for a current or a startup business, you're not getting anywhere. And I know I'm one of them. A lot of us feel a little bit lost when thinking about how to create a website. Well, listen, with a company like Squarespace, they can make your dream website come true. And it's pretty simple and easy to do it, because not only do they offer template after template, which you can customize yourself, change fonts, and use their AI feature to tailor the website perfectly to you, but the whole website is just so easy to use. And before you know it, you'll have that fantastic professional looking website showcasing the best of what you've got to offer and giving those potential clients the best possible image of you can give. Get on the link in the description below. You're going to find a bit of discount to your first purchase. And trust me, if you want to stand out in 2025 and look like you know what you're doing when it comes to websites, Squarespace is the place to do it. Yeah. Quick spec check. This is a 34mm diameter case. You can get the clearly new Gent that comes in a 41mm size. For any of you big wristers out there, I'm pretty sure that would look good on my wrist as well. But this is the more classical 80s size, you know? It's just under 9mm thick and it's just over 39mm lug to lug. The case itself, as well as the glass over it, is what Swatch call bio-sourced plastic. You know, Swatch putting that bio sourced at the start of plastic just makes you think of trees and wildlife, you know. Hopefully some sort of sustainable way of making plastic that doesn't harm the planet more than it did in the past. We have a stainless steel crown at 3 o'clock. It's very subtle, well, as much as it can be, seeing as though everything else is see-through. If we turn the watch around, the whole thing is pretty much hermetically sealed, but we do have a quick, easy escape hatch for changing the battery. And if we look at the back, we can see the coil of the module and the cogs moving their hands around. That is cool. Again, seeing the stem of the crown going straight in, right into that module. It's really cool. The strap, well, it's resin. It's what they call polymer. I'm not a plastic aficionado, but it's nice, it's pliable. I remember my mum's Swatch straps being a bit stiffer than this, so that's a plus. We do have a tang buckle that looks like it could break quite easily. Hopefully not today. Now, over time, this clear plastic strap, as well as the case, will start to discolor, you know, and go a sort of yellowy urine color. In actual fact, take a look at this. This is an original from 1983, and that one, crikey.
If your wee looks like that, you need to start drinking some water.
Anyway, it's part and parcel with these jellyfish watches. The more exposed to sunlight, the more discoloring it'll get. I'll be interested to see and show you, after a year of me owning this, how this strap was worn and how much discoloring that case has got.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
And with this being a completely skeletonized watch, a dial that's pretty much can be seen as very simple, as it's only a 3-hander, it actually looks pretty sophisticated. I love the fact they've used gold plated components in this module and not just all stainless steel, because it really gives a depth to the module in the watch. And honestly, it's really cool to look at. Also, I absolutely love the handset. Again, very simple batons, but then being in such bold colors, it just looks awesome. Unfortunately, there is no lume anywhere here, which is a bit of a shame, but really, we're not calling this watch a tool watch, are we? It's a fun pop culture watch that you can only see in the daylight or with the light on. What more do you want for £72? On my 6.5-inch wrist, and here it is. I mean, yes, it does look, it's on the small side, just a tad bit. I could definitely rock that 41mm, there's no doubt about it. I didn't think the watch was going to be comfortable, but it really is. There's a lot of reviews online about this watch not being comfortable and the strap not being malleable enough. I don't know where they're from, because I think it's nice and soft. Maybe it's because I'm used to all those old G-Shock straps. It feels cool. Looks cool. Look at that. Still definitely getting Boulevard Accutron vibes. It looks more complicated and sophisticated than it actually is. Really impressed with it. This thing only weighs 28 grams, so you hardly feel it on your wrist. Unfortunately, it's only 30 meters of water resistance, but you're not gonna go competitive swimming in this, are you? It's at a price that if you was to scratch it or bash it up, you'd be annoyed at first, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So there we go, the clearly Gent 34mm. I'd love to know what you guys think. Me? Well, first of all, thank you, mother-in-law. It's a lovely birthday present. I don't usually get watches because the family have no idea about the watch world. Crikey, if they knew the prices of some of them, they'd go loopy. But this one, I'm gonna wear it. As I said at the start of the show, how many watches are under £100 that are this iconic? This reference was really one of those watches that saved the Swiss watch world. I mean, it still looks cool now. As I said, I'd be interested to see how much discoloring that strap and case will get over time, and whether or not I'm going to get overly annoyed by that pretty loud ticking. If you're not wearing it, make sure you put it in a box, in a drawer. So here it is, my wife's views on the awesome jellyfish Clearly Gent Swatch. This looks like a watch that was made by kids for kids. It looks tacky and cheap. It is. Tell me it is cheap. Good. Well, it seems as though she's very glad that her mother bought it for me. Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector channel, we got a Patreon now. See the shows early, blooper reels, behind the scenes content, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show like this lovely lot. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I hope I have, why don't you click this one? This is incredible, as the French Swiss would say. Go on, c'est magnifique. Go for it. Ooh, swatch, look. I've got a swatch. Go on, click it. Click it.